is fasted cardio? So typically people think, or some people think, that fasted cardio is after you've had a meal, you've not eaten, and you've waited about a half an hour or so, and now I'm going to hit the gym, and they think that that would be a fasted cardio. Unfortunately, that is not a fasted cardio. You must remember that your body takes up to 3 hours after you've eaten to break down and digest the meal that you've eaten, and that is also dependent on what you've had for breakfast or what was on your plate. So remember that the body is now that you have now eaten, your insulin levels has now been elevated, and the body is now in a nutrient storage state instead of a fat burning state. Okay. So how do we get the body to then move over into that fasted state? So typically it takes the body about 3 to 6 hours to go or to move into a fasted state. Okay, after you've eaten or after your last meal or after you've had your last meal, and that is also dependent on what you've had on your plate or what you've had for breakfast as well. So it will take you typically about 3 to 6 hours, depending, like I've said, depending on what you've had for your meal. In order for you to get the benefit of the fasted state, or what I would do typically is that I would stop my last meal at 6 o'clock in the evening. I would then, let's take a protocol 16-8. I would stop my meal at 6 o'clock in the evening. I would then fast. Remember, my fasting state or my fasting window will obviously overlap while I'm sleeping, so that is part of my fasting. So I would then be sleeping, and I would then wake up, whichever 6 o'clock normally I would wake up in the mornings. I would then have my first meal at 10 o'clock the next day. Now, in between those times is to wake up in the mornings and then do your cardio, or do your walk, or do your cardio, whatever cardio you decide to do, and that would then be classified as a fasted cardio. Also remember that when you're fasting, you are now dropping your insulin level to a baseline, and now the body is no longer going to break down or absorb any nutrients. So science has shown that fasted cardio burns consistently more body fat than performing on a fed cardio session, meaning you have had breakfast in the morning and then you would work out or go for your workout. Why is fasted cardio better than doing your fed cardio? Because you must remember that when you're having a breakfast or whatever you're having for your meal in the morning, is that when you're going to do your workout, your body is going to go for the readily available nutrients first. So meaning whatever meal you've ingested or whatever meal you have eaten, the body is going to take that meal first to break it down as a fuel source, and then to help fuel your muscles, your body, in order for you to then give you the stamina to work out. So what does your body do when it's in a fasted cardio state? This means the body then has to look around and see, where can I get the energy to help the body move. So this means that your body will then have to go to the stored fat to start breaking that down for energy, and that is what we want. We want the body to go to that stored fat and get that, or draw from there and start burning the fat as a fuel source for energy. Okay, so that is obviously a plus for us guys doing keto, low carb or banting. This is mainly our aim, is to reset the body to go from burning carbs to burning fat, and a fasted cardio state is going to help us get to or get into ketosis quickly. And this is why it's also, especially for me, when I have a bad meal or when I have a cheat day or a cheat meal, I normally do a cardio or a fasted cardio to help the body break down whatever I've eaten before, to break down that meal quickly, especially if it had processed carbs in there, whether it was, for an example, whether it was pizza, or whether it was a pie, or whether I had potatoes, or whether I had fries, or whether it was burgers. It will just aid the body to break down those unhealthy foods quicker. So that is why I love doing fasted cardio, not just for the obvious benefits I've stated, but also for when I have a cheat meal or a cheat day. That is what I do to get back into ketosis quickly. So for me, fasted cardio has really helped. It's really been a benefit for me. I love doing fasted cardio just because, like I've said, it helps me, especially when I do when I have a cheat meal or when I have a cheat day. What I do the next day, I try and do a longer or an extended fast, and my extended fast would normally go into a 20-hour, 20 to 4, and then that is the protocol I would follow for after that cheat day or after that cheat meal. And then the next day I would then go for a 20 to 30 minute walk, and then that just to help, like I've said, to aid the body to get rid or to break down those carbs that I've had in the previous meal, whatever carbs I've had on my plate. So that is why for me personally, in the fasted cardio has really helped. I love it. I love doing it in the mornings especially, and I don't do anything hectic. All I do is I go for a walk. If the weather permits, most mornings I go for my walk, and then I'll come back, and I don't have my meal immediately. What I also do is I don't do my fasted cardio immediately after I've woken, because obviously I get up in the morning, I get dressed, I do the normal things, and then I'll get breakfast ready for my kids, packing their lunches, waking them up. So we do our little morning routine. I then get them into the car and then get them dropped off at school. On returning back from my school run, my husband and I would then change into my workout clothes, and then we would go for a nice walk, which is about a 20 to 30 minute walk. And then from there I would come back, and I do not immediately have my food, but I would normally have some coffee with a little bit of cream, or I'll just have some black coffee, depending on if it's a cheat day or a cheat meal, I will just have black coffee. If it's just a normal day, I will have some cream in my coffee, and then probably about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, I would just wait, and then I will then start prepping my meal to break my fast. That is normally the protocol that I follow in the mornings, for most mornings. On a weekend, I don't do much exercising or working out on the weekends. I just take it easy. I don't actually do much fasting as well. But my body is so used to it, just automatically, I'm just not hungry in the mornings when I wake up, or feeling to have a meal. So I don't set my Zero app to track my fasting. I just wake up in the mornings, I'll get up and I'll make the family some breakfast, and I will have some coffee, and then I'll just wait until I'm hungry, and then once my body starts indicating I want food, I would then obviously get me some eggs, or depending on what I'm feeling for, my yogurt bowl, eggs, etc. It depends. And then that's what my weekend consists of. I don't do much exercising over the weekend. I don't have much of a routine when it comes to the weekends. I'm very easygoing with my fasting, with my eating, and with my exercising as well. When it comes to the Monday, I'm back on track, much more zoned in, much more focused. I'm fasting, I'm working out, and my plate is obviously much more cleaner in terms of what I'm eating. Over the weekends as well, most weekends I'm very good with my eating, but there are times when I do allow myself, when the family we will have McDonald's, or we'll have KFC, and I'll have some Zinger wings. For McDonald's, I'll have the chicken fold over. I won't have the fries, just the drink and the chicken fold over, and that's what I normally have. And then the next meal would just be my keto meal. But Mondays are normally that's sort of little treat weekends I would do. Not every time or every weekend, just some weekends. And most of my diet, like I've stated in previous videos, 75 to 85% of my diet is keto, and the rest would be low carb and banting. And then on Sundays, sometimes I would allow myself a sweet potato, or if I'm making a chicken pie, I will have a small piece of chicken pie with the rest of my meal. I will just allow myself a little treat, and then Mondays I'm back on track. I'm fasting, I'm cardioing, I'm fasted cardioing to sort of help my body, as stated, to help my body break down the previous meals I've had for the weekend. So that is what fasted cardio is. So I hope that this video has been helpful, and I hope that you have learned something, and this video has been informative. And if you can just do me two more things, if you can please just click on that subscribe button and hit that notification button, so you will be notified whenever I upload a video. And please guys, don't be shy. Can you please give me a thumbs up and hit me up down below in the comment section. Leave me a comment, a question, and I will try my utmost best to answer those questions for you. So once again, thank you for clicking on this video. God bless, all the best, and I'll see you in the next one.